Have you ever considered that your body possesses an extraordinary ability to heal itself? What if the secret to overcoming illness isn't always found in a medicine cabinet, but within you? Could ancient Buddhist wisdom hold the key to unlocking your body's natural healing powers? Today, we're about to discover 9 transformative healing habits that can help your body cure its own diseases naturally. Your body is an incredible miracle of nature, designed with built-in mechanisms to heal, repair, and restore itself. Every single day, your body fights off countless threats, heals minor injuries, and maintains balance without you even realizing it. But here's the truth. Our modern lifestyle often interferes with these natural healing processes. We've become disconnected from the wisdom our bodies inherently possess. Refined over millennia, Buddhist teachings offer profound insights that support our body's innate healing capabilities. These are not just spiritual concepts, but very practical, actionable habits working in harmony with the natural rhythms of our body. Think of them as gentle whispers from ancient wisdom, reminding us how to live in a way that promotes genuine healing from within. This journey we're embarking on together is about empowerment. It is about realizing you have more control over your health than perhaps you thought. Of course, modern medicine has its place, but there is immense power in knowing how to activate your body's own healing intelligence. These 9 habits are not intended to replace medical care when needed, but rather to enhance your body's remarkable ability to maintain and restore health naturally. Each of the habits we will explore is like a thread in an exquisitely woven tapestry. Each one is precious in its own right, yet together they complete a picture of holistic wellness. Everything from the way you breathe to the thoughts you think, from the food you eat to the rest you take, all play a role in your body's healing journey. What makes these Buddhist healing habits so powerful is their timelessness. They've been tested not for years or decades, but for millennia. Thousands of people throughout history have witnessed deep healing by embracing these principles. Now, it's your turn to learn how these ancient practices can transform your modern life. We strongly encourage you to watch this entire video because each of the 9 healing habits is interconnected, and together they create a comprehensive approach to natural healing. To miss one may mean missing a critical piece of your wellness puzzle. These insights have the potential to change not just how you feel in your body, but how you experience life itself. If you're ready to take charge of your health in a natural, holistic way, we invite you to support this channel. Click the like button and subscribe to Wisdom Diary. Your support helps us continue sharing these life-changing teachings with people around the world who seek real wellness. Subscribe to become part of a community that cares deeply about natural healing, personal transformation, and living with more vitality and purpose. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos on health, healing, and ancient wisdom for modern living. Each video uniquely crafts ways to bring practical knowledge you can apply immediately to upgrade your well-being. Are you ready to unlock your body's natural healing potential? Are you ready to discover the habits that have helped thousands overcome illnesses and achieve vibrant health? Let's start this transformational journey together. Your body is waiting to show you just how powerful it truly is. Now, let's dive into the first of many healing habits capable of setting your body's natural healing processes in motion, the Buddhist foundation of self-healing. Before we embark on the 9 healing habits, it is necessary to understand the deep-rooted Buddhist philosophy that underlies natural healing. Buddhism is more than a religion or a ritual system. It's a comprehensive system of understanding life, health, and the intimate relationship that exists between our mind and body. This ancient wisdom recognizes something that modern science is only now beginning to fully appreciate: that our bodies possess an inherent intelligence designed for healing and restoration. The interrelationship of mind and body in Buddhist philosophy is that, at the very core of Buddhist teaching, our mind and body are not separate but deeply connected pieces of our being. Every thought you think, every emotion you experience ripples through every bit of your physical system. When your mind is agitated, your body responds with tension, inflammation, and diminished immunity. The flip side is that if your mind is calm and centered, your body is led to a place where healing and regeneration can occur. Buddhist masters realized this connection several thousand years ago. They noticed that psychic suffering, anxiety, anger, fear, and worry results in illness, cancer, heart disease, and the like. This isn't mysticism. It's just an astute observation of human nature to which modern psychoneuroimmunology gives scientific credence today. Your thoughts literally shape your biology, ranging from your hormone levels to your immune response. Dukkha, suffering, and physical disease. At the heart of Buddhist philosophy lies the concept of dukkha, an English word most commonly translated as suffering or unsatisfactoriness. Buddha taught that suffering is part and parcel of human existence, but more importantly, he taught that we can transcend it. As we examine physical disease through the lens of dukkha, we come to realize that many of our health problems stem from ways of living that create internal conflict and disharmony. According to Buddhist understanding, the cause of a disease is usually a manifestation of deeper imbalances that are not only physical but also mental and spiritual. It is when we cling to negative feelings, resist the natural flow of life, and live disconnected from our true nature that our bodies show this disharmony through illness. It does not stand in judgment, blaming us for diseases, but rather empowers us by emphasizing that we can create conditions for healing by dealing with these deep-seated imbalances. The middle way. Balance as medicine. One of the most revolutionary teachings of Buddha is the middle way, the path of balance between extremes. This principle is profoundly relevant to healing. In our modern world, we often swing between extremes. We overwork and then we crash. We overeat and then we starve ourselves with diets that are highly restrictive. We push our bodies to utter exhaustion and then we become utterly sedentary. The middle way teaches that real healing comes from balance. It is not about extreme diets, punishing exercise regimes, or harsh restrictions. Rather, it is about a sustained and harmonious approach to life that supports your body's innate self-healing abilities. This balanced approach respects your body's needs while gently encouraging optimal health. How monks lived disease-free for centuries. Buddhist monks have lived lives of incredible health and longevity throughout history, avoiding the chronic diseases that plague modern society. Their secret lies not in a kind of special medicine or advanced treatment, but in their daily practices and way of life. They live with intention, eat with mindfulness, move with purpose, and maintain mental clarity through meditation. These monks understand that prevention is far superior to treatment. By living in concert with the natural rhythms of the world, keeping inner peace within, and treating the body as with respect and care, they develop an inner landscape where disease has little ability to find purchase. The following 9 habits which we are going to explore are taken from the timeless traditions, but adapted to suit your modern life while retaining their true healing spirit. Habit 1. Mindful breathing is the foundation of healing. Let's begin with what might be the most powerful yet overlooked healing tool you possess: your breath. Right now, as you're watching this video, you're breathing. But are you truly aware of it? Most of us go through whole days, weeks, even years without paying conscious attention to this fundamental life force. Yet in Buddhist tradition, the breath is considered the bridge between body and mind, the key that unlocks your body's natural healing potential. The science behind breath and healing. Modern science has finally caught up with what Buddhist monks have known for millennia. The way you breathe directly affects your health at the most fundamental level. When you breathe deeply and consciously, you're not only taking in oxygen, but you're also activating your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for rest, repair, and healing. Research proves that deep, mindful breathing reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone that leads to inflammation and disease. It increases oxygen delivery to each cell of your body, facilitating cellular repair and regeneration. It has been shown that controlled breathing can lower blood pressure, reduce chronic pain, improve digestion, and even enhance immune function. Your breath is literally medicine available at every single moment of every day. If you breathe shallowly, which is the way most people tend to breathe when they're stressed or distracted, you're essentially telling your body that you're in danger. It sparks the fight or flight response, which sends energy away from healing to survival. Chronic shallow breathing puts your body into a constant state of stress, and it doesn't leave room for natural healing to take place. Change your breathing pattern, and you will change everything about your physiological state. Morning and evening breathing rituals. To begin harnessing the true healing power of the breath, institute morning and evening breathing rituals. First thing upon rising, before reaching for your phone or diving headfirst into your day, take 5 minutes with conscious breathing. Sit comfortably. Place your hand on your heart and take 10 deep, slow breaths. Set an intention for your body to heal and thrive throughout the day. Your morning breathing practice initiates your body's systems for healing right from the start, setting a positive tone for your whole day. You're essentially telling your body, today we're prioritizing healing and wellness. This simple practice can transform how you feel physically and emotionally throughout your day. In the evening, create a breathing ritual to let your body know it is time to rest and repair. Before bed, do the 4-7-8 breathing I mentioned earlier. This will not only get you to sleep more easily, but it will also ensure that your body enters those deep, restorative sleep phases where most of the major healing takes place. Visualize your body healing, repairing, and rejuvenating with every cycle of breath. Remember, your breath is always with you, always available, always free. It's the most accessible healing tool you possess. By making conscious breathing a daily habit, you give your body the foundation it needs to activate the innate healing intelligence within. Start today. Start now with just one conscious breath. Habit 2. Conscious eating food as medicine. We need now to examine one of the most powerful, yet most misunderstood aspects of healing, the relationship between what you eat and how your body heals. In Buddhist tradition, eating is not only about satisfying hunger or pleasure but a sacred act where you nourish your body temple in a mindful way that has a direct bearing on your health and vitality. With every bite that you take, you are either feeding the disease or fighting it. The choice is yours, and it begins with becoming conscious. Buddhist principles of mindful eating. Meals are taken in absolute silence and full awareness in Buddhist monasteries. It has nothing to do with deprivation or penance, but, rather, respect for the solemn act of feeding. Buddhist eating has to do with approaching food with gratitude, awareness, and intention. Before monks eat, they reflect upon the source of their food, the effort taken to place this food in their bowl, and the purpose of the food in keeping their body alive. It transforms the physical act of eating into a meditation. When you eat mindfully, you're fully present with your food. You pay attention to colors, textures, aromas, and flavors. You chew slowly, which allows your digestive system to break down nutrients at the right pace. You distinguish between when you are really hungry and when you are eating due to boredom, stress, or routine. This awareness itself can prevent a lot of digestive issues and metabolic problems. Buddhist teaching also emphasizes eating with the right intention. Food is considered medicine for the body, fuel for practice, and a way of nourishing the body to serve others. When you change your intention from "I'm eating because I'm bored" or "I'm eating because it tastes good" to "I'm nourishing my body so that it heals and prospers," everything shifts. This conscious intention ignites a healing response in your body long before you take the first bite. Eating mindfully also means feeling the interconnectedness of everything. Your food connects you to the earth, sun, rain, farmers, and innumerable beings who made your meal possible. Such awareness ignites gratitude, and appreciation has indeed been proven to enhance digestion and absorption. When you eat with gratitude, your body is receiving food in a very different manner than when you eat under stress or guilt. The monastery diet is simple, plant-based, powerful. For centuries, Buddhist monks have thrived on what might seem a surprisingly simple diet: whole grains, vegetables, legumes, fruits, with little processing. The traditional monastery diet is decidedly low-key. This isn't about modern nutrition science. This is about thousands of years of observation of what keeps the body functioning best and the mind clear. The monastery diet eschews extremes. It's not a question of want, but of selection. Only the foods that can contribute to well-being without creating heaviness, lethargy, or fog in the head. Monks notice that large quantities of food, especially highly processed, result in torpor and dullness, whereas fresh, simple meals, mostly plant-based, give enduring energy and sharpness of mind. Modern science gives validity to what the monks intuitively knew. Plant-based diets reduce inflammation, support immune function, and prevent chronic disease. The power of the monastery diet for healing comes out of the emphasis that this diet places on whole, unprocessed foods. Whole foods contain something beyond simple calories and nutrients, life force energy. You simply can't get the same quality of energy from a fresh vegetable as from a processed snack. Whole foods carry the energy of the sun, soil, and natural growth cycles. This vital energy nourishes not just your physical body, but also your entire being. Simplicity in the diet of a monastery reduces the burdens on your digestive system, too. When your body isn't working overtime trying to process artificial ingredients, preservatives, and all the various chemical additives, its energies can be directed into healing and repair. Consider it decluttering your internal environment. The cleaner your fuel, the more efficiently your body operates. Eating in silence, transforming digestion. Perhaps one of the deeper practices in Buddhist eating is the tradition of eating in silence. This might sound uncomfortable at first, but it's incredibly healing. When you eat in silence, undistracted by television, phones, or conversation, you can really tune into your body's signals. You notice when you're satisfied before you're overfull. You recognize what foods make you feel energized and which make you feel sluggish. You develop an intimate relationship with the needs in your body. Eating in silence also greatly helps digestion. If you are eating while distracted scrolling through your phone, watching TV, or having a stressful conversation, your body remains in sympathetic nervous system activation. That's the fight or flight state, which shuts down optimal digestive function. Your body quite literally cannot digest food properly when it thinks you are in danger or under stress. Conversely, when you eat in peaceful silence with full awareness, your parasympathetic nervous system is engaged. This is the rest and digest state where your body is producing optimal amounts of digestive enzymes, assimilating the nutrients efficiently, and digesting food without inflammation and digestive distress. The simple act of eating in mindful silence can resolve so many digestive issues that people try to fix with all kinds of medications and supplements over the years. Try this practice even once a week. Prepare a simple meal, sit undistracted, and eat in complete silence for just 10 minutes. You taste the flavors more intensely, feel the texture of each bite, and note how your body responds. This practice will revolutionize your relationship with food and dramatically enhance the body's ability to extract healing nutrients from what you eat. Fasting from Buddhist tradition. Buddhist monks are in a tradition of performing intermittent fasting, though they do not refer to it by this name. Most monasteries are designed on the principle of not eating after noon. The body has an extended resting period without digestion. This is not about weight loss or following trends, but giving your digestive system enough rest so that your body puts its energy into healing and repair. In reality, modern science has validated the deep healing that comes with intermittent fasting. When you fast, your body starts a cellular repair process in which it recycles and removes damaged cells, building healthy new cells through a process called autophagy. Fasting reduces inflammation, improves insulin sensitivity, supports brain health, and may even promote longevity. Centuries ago, Buddhist monks discovered these benefits through direct experience. You do not have to practice extreme forms of fasting to be able to gain from this wisdom. Simply extending the time frame between your last meal of the day and your first meal of the next morning can give you considerable healing benefits. Aim for a 12 to 16-hour fasting window overnight. For instance, if you finish dinner at 7:00 p.m., don't eat breakfast until 7:00 or 11:00 a.m. the next morning. This gives your body precious hours to focus on repair rather than digestion. During times of fasting, drink a lot of water and herbal teas. Be guided by your body. Fasting should feel cleansing and energizing, not punitive or depleting. If you have certain medical conditions or take certain medicines, consult your health professional before incorporating any fasting practices into your routine. The principle is to undertake all practices to facilitate your body's own healing, not to burden it further. Foods that reduce inflammation and disease. Now, let's talk about foods that really do fight disease and facilitate healing. According to ancient Buddhist wisdom, there are foods with strong medicinal effects. Turmeric, ginger, garlic, and green leafy vegetables form the key ingredients in monastery kitchens, not only for taste but for their immense healing power. These foods contain compounds that reduce inflammation, the root cause of most chronic diseases. Berries, mainly the darker colored types such as blueberries and blackberries, are full of antioxidants that protect your cells from damage and help support your immune system. Whole grains, such as brown rice and quinoa, give sustained energy and fiber that supports digestive health and feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Legumes provide protein and fiber that stabilize blood sugar and lower disease risk. Cruciferous vegetables, a group including broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, contain compounds that support your body's natural detoxification systems and may even help you avoid cancer. Green tea, common in Buddhist practice, has a high content of antioxidants and components that support brain health, reduce inflammation, and promote longevity. These are not exotic superfoods but simple, accessible foods that have been nourishing and healing bodies for generations. The key with these foods is to eat them consistently, rather than occasionally. They need to be the foundation of your diet rather than treats or additions. When the majority of your meals are comprised of whole, plant-based anti-inflammatory foods, you create an internal environment where disease cannot easily take hold. Your body has the raw materials it needs to heal, repair, and maintain optimal function, and food becomes truly your medicine, if chosen with wisdom and consumed with awareness. Habit 3. Movement meditation, healing through motion. Movement is life, and life is movement. Yet in our modern world, we've become increasingly sedentary, and our bodies are paying the price with stiffness, pain, and disease. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that movement doesn't have to be aggressive or exhausting to be healing. As a matter of fact, the most powerful form of movement combines physical motion with meditative awareness, creating a practice that heals body, mind, and spirit simultaneously. Walking meditation, the Buddhist exercise. Of all the practices utilized within the Buddhist monasteries, one of the most favored is walking meditation. This is not your power walk or do-it-by-the-book exercise routine, but rather a deliberate, mindful practice wherein every step becomes an act of meditation. Walking meditation teaches us that exercise doesn't need to be punishing or goal-oriented to be profoundly healing. Instead, it can be a gentle, conscious practice that awakens every cell in your body. The practice is exquisitely simple. You walk with deliberate slowness, giving your full attention to what you are doing. Notice the sensation of your foot lifting, moving through the air and touching the ground again. Sense the weight transferring, the muscles engaging and disengaging, and the breath synchronized with your walking. It is not a means to get somewhere. It is an exercise in being totally alive in the process of walking. What makes walking meditation so healing is the combination of gentle physical activity with deep mental presence. This reduces stress hormones, improves circulation, enhances lymphatic drainage, and supports every system in your body. Studies show that regular walking meditation can lower blood pressure, reduce chronic pain, improve balance and coordination, and even boost immune function. You're not just exercising your body, you're harmonizing your entire being. Walking meditation can be practiced everywhere. In nature, in your home, even in your office during breaks. Begin with just 10 minutes daily. Walk at about half your normal pace, maintaining full awareness of each movement. When your mind wanders, bring it gently back to the sensation of walking. With time, this practice will change not only your physical health, but also your very relationship with movement. Tai Chi and Qigong represent Buddhist-influenced healing arts. Although Tai Chi and Qigong originated in Chinese culture, their principles have been deeply influenced by Buddhism. Hence, both arts are widely practiced in many Buddhist monasteries. These ancient movement arts are sometimes called meditation in motion because they combine slow, flowing movements with breath awareness and mental focus. They represent the perfect embodiment of healing through conscious movement. What really makes these practices powerful for healing is the emphasis on gentle, continuous motion that enhances the flow of vital energy throughout your body. According to traditional understanding, disease occurs when energy is blocked or becomes stagnant. Tai Chi and Qigong movements are specifically designed to open up energy channels, improve circulation, and restore balance to your body's systems. Scientific research has validated the healing power of such practices. Various studies prove that the practice of Tai Chi on a regular basis reduces pain in diseases such as arthritis, improves balance and prevents falls in older adults, improves blood pressure and ensures the well-being of the heart, reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety, and boosts immune function. These are not just exercises but comprehensive healing systems to address physical, mental, and energetic levels of health. The beauty of Tai Chi and Qigong is their accessibility. You don't have to be young, flexible, or athletic to practice them. Actually, these arts are particularly good for those who suffer from chronic health conditions, mobility limitations, or during the convalescing period following an illness. The moves can be modified according to one's physical condition, and even as little as a few minutes of daily practice may bring considerable health benefits. Gentle exercise versus aggressive. Here's a surprising truth. More is not always better when it comes to exercise. Buddhist wisdom teaches the middle way, the path of balance between extremes. While much of today's fitness culture promotes aggressive, high-intensity workouts, Buddhist teaching would suggest that gentle, consistent movement might be more healing for most individuals, especially those who struggle with chronic health conditions. Aggressive exercise may be great for some people, but it can actually create stress and inflammation within the body. By pushing yourself to utter exhaustion, you're triggering stress hormones and cellular damage that requires extended recovery. For someone whose body is already compromised through illness, this can actually impede the processes of healing rather than promote them. Your body interprets extreme exercise as a form of stress, not as healing support. Whereas gentle movements activate healing without initiating stress responses, the release of endorphins and other beneficial compounds is encouraged. It enhances circulation and lymphatic flow, promoting the delivery of nutrients and the elimination of waste products from tissues, while preserving joint mobility and the strength of your musculature, without inducing injury or irritation. This doesn't mean you should never challenge yourself physically. It's more about taking up movement with wisdom and awareness. Listen to your body. Sometimes, a day of gentle stretching and walking meditation is just what you need. Other days, you will feel energized and ready for more vigorous activity. The key is responding to your body's needs rather than following rigid exercise prescriptions. How movement circulates life force, prana chi. Within Buddhist and Eastern philosophy, there is an understanding that a vital life force prana in Sanskrit, or chi in Chinese, flows through your body along specific pathways. When this energy flows freely, one experiences health and vitality. When it becomes blocked or stagnant, disease manifests. Movement is one of the most effective ways to keep this life force circulating optimally. Think of the body as a river system. When the water flows freely, the river is clean and healthy. Where the water becomes stagnant, it breeds disease and decay. Your body operates just the same way. Movement of all kinds keeps your blood, lymph, digestion, and life force moving. That is why sedentary living is linked with nearly every health problem, from heart disease and diabetes to depression. Every time you move consciously, you do not only exercise muscles, you also pump life force throughout your entire system. This vital energy nourishes your organs, cleans up toxins, harmonizes your hormonal system, and rejuvenates your immune system. You quite literally bring life and healing to every cell in your body through conscious movement. Ultimately, the most effective movements to circulate your life force are those that engage your whole body in coordinated flowing patterns. This is part of why practices such as Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, and even dancing can be so profoundly healing. They engage your entire system in harmonious motion, creating waves of energy that wash through your body, clearing blockages and restoring balance. Daily practices for different age groups. Movement practices should evolve with your life stage. For younger individuals in their 20s to 40s, the combination of walking meditation with more active practices like yoga or a light cardio activity makes an excellent foundation. Take 20-30 minutes daily to move mindfully. This can be morning flow yoga, afternoon walking meditation, or evening stretches. For those in their 50s and 60s, the focus shifts to maintaining flexibility, balance, and gentle strength. Tai Chi and Qigong become particularly valuable during this stage of life. Practice these arts for 15 to 20 minutes daily, focusing on smooth, controlled movements that maintain joint health and muscle tone without creating strain. Add regular walking meditation to support cardiovascular health and mental clarity. For elderly people in their 70s and upwards, the need for gentle movement to maintain independence and quality of life grows ever greater. Even 5 to 10 minutes of chair-based movements, gentle stretching, or slow walking with full awareness can be of immense benefit. The focus is to maintain mobility, avoid falls, and keep energy flowing through the body. Regardless of age, the principles remain the same. Move daily, move mindfully, and move within your comfortable range. Never force movement or create pain. Your body is wise. It will tell you what it needs if you listen. Start where you are. Practice consistently and trust that even gentle, mindful movement is healing your body at the deepest level. Movement is not punishment for your body. It's a celebration of what your body can do and a gift you give yourself for healing and vitality. Habit 4. Sleep as sacred restoration. In our always-on, productivity-obsessed culture, sleep is often regarded as a waste of time, something to be minimized so that we can do more. Yet Buddhist wisdom offers up a radically different perspective. Sleep is sacred restoration, in which time your body does its most profound healing work. Without adequate quality sleep, all other healing efforts become significantly less effective. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's a biological necessity and one of your body's most powerful self-healing mechanisms. Buddhist sleep hygiene principles. Buddhist monasteries operate on rhythms that respect natural sleep cycles. Generally, monks retire early in the evening to then rise well before dawn, thus synchronizing their sleep with the natural light-dark cycle. This is not arbitrary but based on deep understanding of how our bodies are designed to function. Buddhist sleep hygiene principles emphasize regularity, simplicity, and a focus on creating the conditions for restorative rest. The first principle involves regular sleep and wake times. Your body runs on circadian rhythms, which are internal biological clocks that dictate a wide range of bodily processes. When you go to bed and wake at consistent times, you strengthen these rhythms, making sleep easier and more restorative. Irregular sleep times confuse your body's internal clock, which means you will not sleep well and impair healing. Buddhist tradition, too, puts great emphasis on the preparation of sleep with intention and mindfulness. The hour before bed is viewed as a sacred transition time, not for stimulation, but rather for winding down. Monks do light stretches, perhaps meditation or quiet reflection that signals to the body that it is time for rest. This stands in radical contrast to modern habits of scrolling through phones or watching stimulating content right before bed. In Buddhist practice, the sleeping environment itself is kept simple and peaceful. A clean, uncluttered, cool, and dark room is a support for deep sleep. Similarly, the bed is used only for sleep, and not for working, eating, or entertainment. Thus, psychologically, the bed becomes associated with rest. When one lies down to sleep, it's easier to fall asleep. These simple principles create optimal conditions for your body's nightly healing work. The healing power of deep rest. When sleeping, your body doesn't shut down. It switches into repair mode. Deep sleep is a time when your body secretes growth hormone, the master hormone for cellular repair and regeneration. During this stage, your immune system is strengthened by creating immune cells and antibodies that protect you from disease. Your brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, and clears out metabolic waste products that build up during wakefulness. Research has shown that long-term sleep deprivation is associated with nearly all major diseases: heart disease, diabetes, obesity, cancer, Alzheimer's, and depression. When you consistently get less than 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, you're literally preventing your body from completing its healing work. It's like trying to renovate a house while people are constantly walking through it. The work simply can't be completed properly. Deep sleep is generally where the most profound healing occurs, both in the stages of slow-wave sleep and REM sleep. Your body repairs tissues, builds bone and muscle, and strengthens your immune system during slow-wave sleep. During REM sleep, your brain consolidates learning, processes emotions, and supports mental health. You need adequate time in both stages for complete restoration. The quality of your sleep matters as much as the quantity. You might spend 8 hours in bed, but if your sleep is fragmented or shallow, you won't receive the full healing benefits. This is why Buddhist sleep practices emphasize not just sleeping enough hours but creating conditions for deep, uninterrupted, restorative sleep. When you sleep deeply, you wake feeling truly refreshed, and your body has had the time it needs to heal and regenerate. Circadian rhythms and natural healing cycles. Your body operates on approximately 24-hour cycles called circadian rhythms. These rhythms influence virtually every aspect of your physiology: hormone production, body temperature, digestion, immune function, and cellular repair. Living in alignment with these natural rhythms dramatically enhances your body's ability to heal itself. The most critical factor influencing your circadian rhythms is light exposure. Your body is designed to be active during daylight and rest during darkness. Morning sunlight exposure signals to your body that it's time to be alert, suppressing melatonin production and increasing cortisol. Evening darkness triggers melatonin production, preparing your body for sleep. Modern life disrupts these natural signals with artificial light, particularly blue light from screens. Buddhist wisdom aligns perfectly with circadian science. Rise with or before the sun. Expose yourself to natural light during the day and minimize artificial light exposure in the evening. This simple alignment with natural light-dark cycles can resolve many sleep problems and enhance healing. Your body knows how to heal itself when you provide the right environmental cues. There are also specific healing processes that occur at different times during sleep cycles. Between 10:00 p.m. and 2:00 a.m., your body focuses on physical repair and immune system strengthening. Between 2:00 a.m. and 6:00 a.m., mental restoration and detoxification processes are most active. This is why traditional recommendations to sleep during these hours aren't just cultural preferences. They're based on understanding when your body does its most important healing work. Pre-sleep rituals from Buddhist practice. Creating a consistent pre-sleep ritual signals to your body that it's time to transition into rest mode. Buddhist monks follow evening rituals that prepare mind and body for restorative sleep. You can adapt these practices to your modern life, creating your own sacred wind-down routine. Begin your evening ritual 1 to 2 hours before bed. Dim the lights in your home, signaling to your body that darkness is approaching. If possible, use warm, amber-toned lighting in the evening rather than bright, blue-toned lights. This helps your body begin melatonin production naturally. Turn off electronic devices or at least switch them to night mode to reduce blue light exposure. Engage in gentle, calming activities during this transition time. Light stretching or gentle yoga can release physical tension accumulated throughout the day. A warm bath or shower raises your body temperature temporarily. When you cool down afterward, it signals to your body that it's time for sleep. Some people find journaling helpful for clearing the mind of worries and to-do lists that might otherwise keep them awake. End your evening with a brief meditation practice. This doesn't need to be elaborate. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing while lying in bed can profoundly improve sleep quality. As you lie down, practice a body scan meditation. Bring awareness to each part of your body, releasing any tension you notice. Breathe deeply and slowly, perhaps using the 4-7-8 breathing technique we discussed earlier. Express gratitude as you prepare for sleep. Mentally review 3 things you're grateful for from your day. This simple practice shifts your mind from stress and worry to appreciation and peace, creating the optimal mental state for restorative sleep. Buddhist monks often end their day with loving-kindness meditation, sending well wishes to themselves and others, a beautiful practice that calms the mind and opens the heart. Sleep duration and quality for different ages. Sleep needs vary across the lifespan, and understanding your particular needs is crucial for optimal healing. Young adults typically need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. During these years, your body is still developing and requires adequate rest for growth, learning, and energy. Prioritizing sleep during young adulthood sets the foundation for lifelong health. Middle-aged adults still need 7 to 9 hours, though many in this age group sacrifice sleep for work or family responsibilities. This is a critical mistake. Middle age is when chronic diseases often begin developing, and sleep is one of your most powerful preventive tools. If you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, treat sleep as non-negotiable. The work will still be there tomorrow, but you can't make up lost healing time. Older adults may find their sleep patterns changing, perhaps waking earlier or experiencing lighter sleep. While total sleep time might decrease slightly, quality becomes even more important. Older individuals should focus on maintaining consistent sleep schedules, optimizing their sleep environment, and avoiding naps that are too long or too late in the day, which can interfere with nighttime sleep. Regardless of age, pay attention to how you feel. If you wake feeling refreshed and maintain good energy throughout the day, you're probably getting adequate sleep. If you rely on caffeine to function, feel drowsy during the day, or struggle with focus and mood, you likely need more or better quality sleep. Listen to your body. It knows what it needs to heal and thrive. Habit 5. Letting go of mental toxins. We often think of toxins as physical substances, chemicals in our food, pollution in our air, or contaminants in our water. But Buddhist wisdom teaches us about another category of toxins that may be even more damaging to our health: mental and emotional toxins. Anger, fear, worry, resentment, and negative thoughts poison your body just as surely as any chemical toxin. The healing journey isn't complete until we learn to cleanse our minds of these destructive patterns. How anger, fear, and worry create disease. Modern science has confirmed what Buddhist teachers have taught for millennia. Negative emotions have profound physiological effects on your body. When you experience anger, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, and your immune system becomes suppressed. If this happens occasionally, your body can recover. But chronic anger keeps your body in a perpetual state of stress, creating inflammation and wearing down your natural healing systems. Fear and worry operate similarly, triggering your body's stress response even when there's no actual physical threat. Your body doesn't distinguish between a real danger and an imagined one. It responds the same way. Chronic worry keeps your nervous system in fight-or-flight mode, diverting energy away from healing and towards survival. This constant state of alarm exhausts your adrenal glands, disrupts your sleep, impairs digestion, and weakens immunity. Research has directly linked chronic negative emotions to specific diseases. Persistent anger and hostility increase risk of heart disease and stroke. Chronic worry and anxiety contribute to digestive disorders, autoimmune conditions, and chronic pain. Depression weakens immune function and increases inflammation throughout the body. These aren't just correlations. There are clear biological pathways through which negative emotions create disease. The good news is that this process works in reverse. When you release negative emotions and cultivate positive mental states, your body responds with healing. Your stress hormones decrease, inflammation reduces, immune function strengthens, and your body's natural repair mechanisms activate. Mental detoxification is just as important as physical detoxification for true healing. Buddhist practices for releasing negative emotions. Buddhism offers profound practices for releasing the mental toxins that create disease. The first step is simply becoming aware of these emotions without judgment. In Buddhist practice, you learn to observe your anger, fear, or worry as if you're watching clouds pass across the sky. You acknowledge the emotion but don't identify with it. You don't say, "I am angry." You say, "Anger is present." This subtle shift creates space between you and the emotion. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for releasing negative emotions. When you sit in meditation and observe your thoughts and feelings without reacting to them, you begin to see their temporary nature. That anger that felt so solid and justified, it arises and passes away. That worry that seemed so urgent, it comes and goes like waves on the ocean. This understanding naturally loosens the grip these emotions have on you. Buddhist practice also teaches specific techniques for working with difficult emotions. For anger, you might practice loving-kindness meditation, deliberately cultivating goodwill toward yourself and others, including those who have hurt you. For fear, you might practice mindfulness of the breath, anchoring yourself in the present moment rather than future worries. For grief or sadness, you might practice compassion meditation, holding your pain with kindness rather than resistance. Another powerful Buddhist practice is inquiry, investigating the root of negative emotions. When anger arises, you ask, what is really underneath this anger? Often you'll find hurt, fear, or unmet needs. When you address these root causes with wisdom and compassion, the surface emotion naturally dissolves. This is deep emotional healing that prevents the same patterns from recurring. The physical impact of forgiveness. Forgiveness is perhaps one of the most powerful healing practices, yet it's profoundly misunderstood. In Buddhist teaching, forgiveness isn't about condoning harmful behavior or pretending everything is fine. It's about releasing the poison of resentment that you carry in your own body and mind. When you hold on to anger and grudges, you're not hurting the other person, you're poisoning yourself. Scientific research on forgiveness reveals remarkable physical benefits. Studies show that practicing forgiveness lowers blood pressure, reduces chronic pain, improves sleep quality, decreases symptoms of depression and anxiety, and strengthens immune function. When you release resentment, your body literally relaxes and begins healing. The tension you've been carrying, often for years, finally releases. Forgiveness is a practice, not a one-time event. You might need to forgive the same person or situation repeatedly as hurt resurfaces. Buddhist practice teaches a specific forgiveness meditation where you bring to mind someone who has hurt you and silently repeat phrases like, "I forgive you for the pain you caused me, intentionally or unintentionally. I release this burden from my heart." You're not saying what they did was acceptable. You're saying you choose freedom over suffering. It's equally important to forgive yourself. Many people carry tremendous guilt and self-blame that creates chronic stress and prevents healing. Buddhist teaching emphasizes that we're all imperfect beings doing the best we can with our current understanding. Self-forgiveness doesn't mean excusing harmful actions. It means acknowledging your humanity, learning from mistakes, and releasing the toxic burden of self-hatred that prevents healing and growth. Metta, loving kindness, meditation for healing. Metta, or loving kindness meditation, is one of Buddhism's most powerful healing practices. This meditation involves deliberately cultivating feelings of goodwill, compassion, and love, first toward yourself, then expanding outward to others. Research shows that regular metta practice reduces inflammation, decreases migraine frequency, slows aging at the cellular level, improves social connections, and increases positive emotions while decreasing negative ones. The practice begins with yourself because you cannot genuinely offer kindness to others if you're harsh and critical toward yourself. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and place a hand on your heart. Silently repeat phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease." Feel these wishes settling into your body. This isn't about forced positivity, it's about genuine care for your own well-being. Next, bring to mind someone you love and extend these wishes to them. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you live with ease. Feel the warmth of genuine care radiating from your heart toward this person. Then extend these wishes to neutral people, strangers you've encountered, then to difficult people in your life, and finally to all beings everywhere. Practicing metta for just 10 minutes daily can transform your emotional landscape. You'll find yourself naturally less reactive, more patient, and more resilient in the face of difficulty. This isn't just spiritual benefit, it's biological healing. When you cultivate positive emotions, you're literally changing your body's chemistry, reducing inflammation, strengthening immunity, and activating your body's natural healing mechanisms. Daily practices to cleanse mental toxins. Creating daily practices for mental detoxification is essential for sustained healing. Start each morning with a brief meditation or mindfulness practice. Even just 5 minutes of conscious breathing while setting a positive intention for your day. This creates a foundation of mental clarity that helps you navigate challenges without accumulating toxic emotions throughout the day. Practice emotional awareness. Check in with yourself regularly. What am I feeling right now? Where do I feel this emotion in my body? This simple awareness prevents emotions from building up unconsciously. When you notice negative emotions arising, take a few conscious breaths before reacting. This creates a pause that allows wisdom rather than reactivity to guide your response. Journaling is a powerful tool for mental detoxification. Each evening, write about emotions you experienced during the day. Don't just describe events, explore your feelings and reactions. This practice helps you process emotions rather than suppressing them, preventing them from becoming stored in your body as tension and disease. Writing also helps you recognize patterns in your emotional responses. End each day with a practice of release and forgiveness. Review your day and consciously release any resentments, worries, or negative thoughts you've accumulated. Forgive yourself for any mistakes or imperfections. Forgive others for their shortcomings. Send loving kindness to yourself and anyone you interacted with during the day. This nightly cleansing prevents mental toxins from accumulating and disrupting your healing sleep. Mental detoxification isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for healing and health. Habit 6. Connection with nature. We've become an indoor species, spending the vast majority of our time separated from the natural world. We live in climate-controlled boxes, travel in metal vehicles, and work under artificial lights. Yet Buddhist wisdom has always emphasized the profound healing power of nature. Ancient monks meditated in forests, beside rivers, and under sacred trees, not just for symbolism, but because they understood that nature itself is medicine. Reconnecting with the natural world isn't optional for true healing, it's essential. Forest bathing, ancient Buddhist practice. Long before it became a modern wellness trend, Buddhist monks practiced what the Japanese now call Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. This isn't about exercise or hiking. It's about immersing yourself in the forest atmosphere mindfully, experiencing nature through all your senses. Monks would spend hours or even days in forests, understanding that something profound happens when we reconnect with the natural world. The practice is remarkably simple yet powerful. You enter a forest or natural area and walk slowly, engaging all your senses. Notice the colors of the leaves, the patterns of light filtering through the canopy, the texture of bark beneath your fingertips. Listen to birdsong, rustling leaves, flowing water. Breathe in the earthy scents of soil, pine, and vegetation. Feel the temperature, humidity, and breeze on your skin. This multisensory immersion in nature creates profound healing effects. Scientific research has validated what Buddhist practitioners have known for centuries. Studies show that forest bathing reduces cortisol levels, lowers blood pressure and heart rate, decreases inflammation markers, enhances immune function by increasing natural killer cells, reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression, and improves overall mood and well-being. The forest literally heals you through compounds released by trees, the fractal patterns that calm your nervous system, and the absence of urban stressors. You don't need pristine wilderness to benefit from this practice. Even urban parks, tree-lined streets, or your own backyard can provide healing nature connection. The key is bringing full awareness to your experience of the natural world. Aim for at least 20 minutes of mindful, nature immersion several times per week. Notice how your body and mind respond. You'll likely feel more grounded, peaceful, and alive. Grounding, earthing, reconnecting with Earth's energy. Buddhist monks often practice barefoot, maintaining direct contact with the earth. Modern science has discovered that this simple practice, called grounding or earthing, has measurable health benefits. The Earth's surface carries a negative electrical charge, and direct physical contact allows electrons to flow into your body, neutralizing free radicals and reducing inflammation. When you walk barefoot on grass, soil, sand, or stone, you're not just enjoying a pleasant sensation, you're literally connecting with Earth's healing energy. Research on grounding shows it reduces inflammation and pain, improves sleep quality, decreases stress hormones, enhances wound healing, and normalizes biological rhythms. This ancient practice costs nothing and requires no special equipment, just the willingness to remove your shoes and connect with the ground beneath you. Make grounding a regular practice. Each morning, step outside barefoot for just 10 to 15 minutes. Stand on grass or soil. Feel the earth beneath your feet and consciously connect with this solid, supportive ground. If possible, sit or lie directly on the earth, allowing maximum skin contact. This simple practice can profoundly shift your energy and well-being, especially if you spend most of your time indoors or in urban environments. Winter or rainy weather doesn't have to stop your grounding practice. Even brief contact counts. Step outside for just a minute to feel the earth. Touch a tree trunk. Place your hands on natural stone. These moments of connection, however brief, help maintain your relationship with the natural world and its healing energy. Indigenous cultures and Buddhist traditions have always understood that we're not separate from nature, we're part of it, and health requires maintaining that connection. Sunlight, fresh air, and natural water. Buddhist monasteries are traditionally located in natural settings with abundant sunlight, fresh air, and often near water sources. This isn't coincidental. These natural elements are fundamental to health and healing. Sunlight regulates your circadian rhythms, supports vitamin D production, enhances mood through serotonin production, and even has antimicrobial properties. Yet many modern people are profoundly sunlight deprived. Aim for at least 15 to 30 minutes of natural sunlight exposure daily, preferably in the morning. This sunlight signals to your body that it's daytime, helping regulate your sleep-wake cycle and supporting countless biological processes. If you live in a northern climate with limited winter sunlight, consider a light therapy box, but nothing fully replaces actual sun exposure. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is significantly brighter than indoor lighting. Fresh air is equally vital for healing. Indoor air is often filled with pollutants, chemicals, and stale energy. Buddhist practice emphasizes breathing fresh, clean air whenever possible. Open your windows daily, even in winter. Take breaks throughout your day to step outside and breathe deeply. If you live in an area with air quality concerns, consider air purifying plants indoors or an air filtration system, but still prioritize time outdoors when air quality is good. Water has special healing properties recognized in Buddhist tradition. Natural water sources, rivers, lakes, oceans, carry negative ions that enhance mood and reduce stress. The sound of flowing water calms the nervous system. If you can spend time near natural water regularly, even a fountain in your home or garden can provide some of these benefits. Drinking pure, clean water is obviously essential, but also consider mindful bathing or swimming in natural water when possible. The healing frequency of nature. Nature operates at frequencies that resonate with and heal your body. The gentle rustling of leaves, flowing water, bird songs. These natural sounds have specific frequency patterns that calm your nervous system and promote healing. Research shows that natural sounds reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance recovery from illness. This is why nature sound recordings are used in hospitals and healing centers. They activate biological healing responses. Even the visual patterns in nature, the fractals in tree branches, clouds, and coastlines, have healing effects on your brain. Your eyes and brain evolve to process these natural patterns, and exposure to them reduces stress and mental fatigue. This is why staring at a screen all day exhausts you while time in nature refreshes you. Your nervous system is designed for natural, not artificial, environments. The natural light-dark cycle, seasonal changes, and circadian rhythms of nature all provide timing cues that your body needs for optimal function. When you live disconnected from these natural cycles, your body loses synchronization with its environment. Buddhist practice emphasizes living in harmony with natural rhythms, rising with the sun, resting when it gets dark, adjusting activities with seasonal changes. This alignment supports every system in your body. Simple daily nature practices. You don't need to move to a monastery or spend hours in wilderness to benefit from nature connection. Simple daily practices can maintain this vital relationship. Each morning, step outside for just 5 minutes. Stand barefoot if possible. Face the sun. Take several deep breaths and consciously connect with the natural world. This brief morning ritual sets a healing tone for your entire day. Throughout your day, bring nature indoors. Keep plants in your living and working spaces. They purify air and provide visual connection to nature. Open windows to allow fresh air and natural sounds. Position yourself near windows to maximize natural light exposure. These simple adjustments can significantly impact your health when outdoor time is limited. Make nature time non-negotiable in your schedule. Whether it's a 20-minute morning walk, lunchtime in a park, or evening time in your garden, prioritize daily nature connection. On weekends, spend longer periods in more natural settings, forests, beaches, mountains, or countryside. Think of nature time as medicine that requires regular doses for optimal health. Create nature rituals that connect you with seasonal and lunar cycles. Notice the phases of the moon. Observe how plants change through seasons. Mark solstices and equinoxes with special time in nature. These practices reconnect you with the natural rhythms that have governed life on Earth for millions of years, rhythms your body still responds to even in our modern world. Nature isn't just scenery, it's your original home, and returning to it regularly is essential for true healing. Habit 7. Silence and solitude. We live in a world of constant noise and endless connection. From the moment we wake to the moment we sleep, we're bombarded with sounds, notifications, conversations, and stimulation. Buddhist wisdom teaches that this constant external input prevents the deep internal healing that can only occur in silence and solitude. Your nervous system needs quiet to reset. Your mind needs stillness to process and integrate. And your body needs peace to heal. Silence isn't empty, it's full of healing potential. The power of noble silence. In Buddhist retreats and monasteries and retreat centers, practitioners engage in periods of noble silence, extended times of not speaking, sometimes lasting days, weeks, or even months. This isn't punishment or deprivation. It's one of the most profound healing practices available. When you stop talking, something remarkable happens. The constant stream of mental chatter that usually accompanies speech begins to quiet, and you start hearing the deeper wisdom of your body and spirit. During periods of silence, energy that normally goes into external communication turns inward. You become aware of thoughts and feelings you've been avoiding. You notice subtle body sensations that usually go unrecognized. You access deeper levels of awareness that constant talking and listening obscure. Monks report that extended silence periods bring clarity, emotional release, and profound insights that simply aren't accessible during normal speaking life. The healing effects of silence are measurable. Research shows that just 2 hours of silence daily can promote cell development in the hippocampus, the brain region related to memory and emotion. Silence lowers blood pressure and stress hormones, improves immune function, reduces mental fatigue and anxiety, and enhances self-awareness and emotional regulation. Your brain literally grows new cells in response to silence. It's that powerful for healing. You don't need to enter a monastery to benefit from noble silence. Start with just 1 hour of complete silence each week. Turn off all devices. Don't speak and simply be with yourself. Notice what arises: restlessness, emotions, insights, or peace. Over time, extend these silent periods. You might eventually try a full silent day once a month. These islands of silence in your busy life become powerful opportunities for deep healing and restoration. How noise pollution creates disease. Modern research reveals that noise pollution is a serious health hazard, not just an annoyance. Chronic noise exposure increases stress hormones, raises blood pressure, disrupts sleep, impairs cognitive function, and increases risk of cardiovascular disease. Your body interprets constant noise as a threat, keeping your nervous system in a state of mild alarm. This chronic activation prevents deep healing and restoration. Even when you're sleeping, your ears continue processing sound, and your body responds to noise with stress reactions. Traffic sounds, sirens, neighbors, electronic devices, all of this background noise creates a constant low-level stress that accumulates over time. Studies show that people living in noisy urban environments have higher rates of heart disease, stroke, and mental health problems compared to those in quieter settings. Buddhist wisdom has always emphasized the importance of quiet environments for health and spiritual development. Monasteries are traditionally located in peaceful settings away from urban noise. While you might not be able to control all the noise in your environment, you can make choices that reduce your exposure. Consider noise-canceling headphones, white noise machines to mask disruptive sounds, or even earplugs during sleep if you live in a noisy area. More importantly, become aware of the noise you voluntarily expose yourself to. The TV playing in the background, music constantly in your ears, podcasts during every activity. These sources of continuous auditory input prevent your nervous system from experiencing the restorative silence it needs. Choose silence more often. Let quiet be your default rather than your exception. Creating silent spaces in modern life. Even in busy modern life, you can create islands of silence that support healing. Designate certain times or spaces in your home as silent zones. Perhaps your bedroom is always kept quiet, free from TV, music, or phone sounds. Maybe early morning or late evening becomes sacred, silent time in your household. These boundaries might feel uncomfortable at first, but they create essential space for healing. Create a specific space in your home dedicated to silence and stillness. This doesn't need to be elaborate. A corner with a cushion, perhaps a candle or plant, somewhere you can sit in complete quiet. Make this space off-limits for phones, reading, or any activity other than simply being in silence. Having a designated silent space makes it easier to maintain this practice because the environment supports your intention. Practice silent activities throughout your day. Take a shower without music. Prepare a meal in silence. Drive without the radio. Walk without podcasts. These everyday activities become opportunities for presence and healing when done in silence. You'll be surprised how much mental processing happens during these quiet moments. Your mind naturally sorts, integrates, and heals when given silent space. Consider implementing regular technology-free times. Perhaps after 8:00 p.m., all devices go off, or Sunday mornings are screen-free. During these times, embrace the quiet. Resist the urge to fill silence with stimulation. This practice helps break the addiction to constant input and allows your nervous system to experience the deep rest it desperately needs for healing. The healing that happens in stillness. In stillness and silence, your body shifts into its deepest healing mode. Without external demands on your attention, your nervous system can finally relax completely. Your parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for rest, repair, and healing, fully activates. This is when your body does its most profound healing work, repairing tissues, balancing hormones, consolidating memories, and restoring depleted systems. Stillness also allows suppressed emotions to surface and release. Many people fill every moment with activity and noise specifically to avoid feeling difficult emotions. But these unfelt emotions don't disappear. They lodge in your body, creating tension, pain, and disease. In silence and stillness, emotions can finally arise, be felt, and release. This emotional release is essential for complete healing. Buddhist teaching describes stillness as the natural state of the mind, like a pond that becomes clear when it stops being disturbed. All the mental churning, planning, worrying, and analyzing creates muddy water. When you're still and silent, this mental agitation naturally settles and clarity emerges. From this place of clarity, your innate healing wisdom becomes accessible. You know what your body needs, what changes to make, what to release. In stillness, you also connect with something larger than your individual self. Whether you call this spirit, consciousness, or simply the vast mystery of existence, touching this dimension has profound healing effects. You recognize that you're more than your body and its problems. This perspective shift alone can initiate healing that seemed impossible when you were identified only with your physical form and its limitations. Practical silence practices for busy people. You don't need hours of meditation or retreat time to benefit from silence. Start with just 5 minutes of complete silence each morning. Sit comfortably. Set a timer and simply be still in silence. Don't meditate, pray, or try to accomplish anything. Just experience silence. This brief morning practice sets a peaceful tone for your entire day and trains your nervous system to tolerate and eventually crave silence. Throughout your day, take 1 minute silence breaks. When you feel stressed or overwhelmed, pause everything, close your eyes if possible, and simply be silent and still for 60 seconds. This micro practice interrupts the stress response and gives your system a chance to reset. You can do this anywhere, at your desk, in your car, even in the bathroom if necessary. Practice silent meals occasionally, once a week. Eat a meal in complete silence, paying full attention to the experience of eating. Notice textures, flavors, the sensation of chewing and swallowing. This combines silence with mindful eating for double healing benefits. If you live with others, you might invite them to join you in a silent meal, or simply let them know you're practicing silence during this time. End each day with a brief period of silence before sleep. After completing evening activities, sit or lie down in complete silence for 5 to 10 minutes. Let this silence wash away the day's accumulated noise and stimulation. This practice prepares your nervous system for deep, restorative sleep and ensures you're not carrying the day's noise pollution into your healing sleep time. Silence is medicine. Take it daily. Habit 8. Gratitude and contentment. In our culture of constant striving and never enough, we've lost touch with one of the most powerful healing forces available: gratitude and contentment. Buddhist wisdom teaches that much of our suffering comes from wanting things to be different than they are, from constantly chasing the next achievement, possession, or experience. This perpetual dissatisfaction creates chronic stress that undermines health. Learning to appreciate what you have and find contentment in the present moment isn't just spiritual practice. It's powerful medicine for your body and mind. Mudita and Santosha, Buddhist joy practices. Buddhism teaches two profound practices related to gratitude and contentment. Mudita means sympathetic joy, the ability to feel genuine happiness for others' good fortune and success. Santosha means contentment, a deep satisfaction with what is without neediness or grasping. Together, these practices cultivate an internal state of abundance and peace that dramatically impacts your physical health. Mudita counteracts the toxic effects of envy and comparison. In our social media age, we're constantly exposed to others' highlight reels, triggering feelings of inadequacy and resentment. These emotions activate stress responses and create inflammation in your body. When you practice mudita, genuinely celebrating others' happiness and success, you transform potential poison into medicine. You recognize that others' good fortune doesn't diminish your own. There's enough joy to go around. Santosha doesn't mean passive acceptance or giving up on growth. It means finding peace with your current circumstances while working toward positive change. It's the difference between "I'm miserable until I achieve X" and "I'm content now while moving toward my goals." This shift in perspective reduces chronic stress and allows your body to heal. When you're not in constant fight mode against reality, your nervous system can relax into restoration. These practices are cultivated through daily intention. Each time you notice envy arising, pause and deliberately practice mudita. May their happiness continue. May their success inspire me. Each time you catch yourself thinking, "I'll be happy when," practice santosha. I have enough. I am enough. This moment is enough. These simple mental shifts create profound physiological changes that support healing. The science of gratitude on physical health. Modern science has extensively studied gratitude, and the findings are remarkable. Regular gratitude practice has been shown to improve heart health by reducing inflammation and improving heart rate variability, strengthen immune function by increasing antibody production, reduce chronic pain perception, improve sleep quality and duration, decrease depression and anxiety symptoms, and lower stress hormone levels. Gratitude literally changes your biology. One fascinating study found that keeping a daily gratitude journal for just 3 weeks led to measurable improvements in heart health markers. Participants who wrote about what they were grateful for showed reduced inflammation, better heart rhythm patterns, and improved cardiovascular function compared to control groups. The simple act of acknowledging blessings activated healing mechanisms in the body. Gratitude works by shifting your focus from threat to safety, from scarcity to abundance. Your nervous system responds to this shift by moving out of fight or flight mode into rest and restore mode. When you feel grateful, you're essentially telling your body, "I'm safe. I have what I need. All is well." This signal allows your body to redirect energy from survival toward healing and thriving. The practice of gratitude also interrupts rumination, the repetitive negative thinking that characterizes anxiety and depression. When you deliberately focus on what you appreciate, you're giving your mind something positive to process rather than recycling worries and complaints. This mental shift reduces the stress and inflammation associated with chronic negative thinking patterns. How contentment reduces stress hormones. Contentment, genuine satisfaction with what is, creates a profound internal shift that your body registers immediately. When you're constantly striving, wanting, grasping for something more or different, your body remains in a state of activation. You're essentially always in pursuit mode, which keeps stress hormones elevated and prevents deep healing. Research shows that people who score high on contentment measures have significantly lower cortisol levels than those who are perpetually dissatisfied. They also show better immune function, lower blood pressure, reduced inflammation markers, and longer telomeres, indicators of slower cellular aging. Contentment isn't just a pleasant feeling, it's a physiological state that promotes longevity and health. The practice of contentment doesn't mean you become complacent or stop growing. Buddhist teaching emphasizes the middle way, finding balance between complacency and restless striving. You can have goals and work toward positive change while still maintaining contentment with your current reality. This balanced approach allows you to move forward from a place of peace rather than desperation. One powerful practice is daily acknowledgement of sufficiency. Look around your life and notice, I have enough food, I have shelter, I have clothing, I can breathe, my heart is beating. These basic acknowledgments of sufficiency create a foundation of contentment that your body registers as safety. From this foundation of enoughness, authentic growth can occur without the toxic stress of never enough. Daily gratitude rituals. Creating daily gratitude rituals establishes a consistent practice that compounds over time. The most well-researched practice is gratitude journaling. Each evening, write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for from that day. Be specific. Instead of "I'm grateful for my family," write "I'm grateful for the laugh I shared with my daughter this morning." Specific gratitude creates stronger positive emotional responses. Morning gratitude practices set a positive tone for your entire day. Upon waking, before reaching for your phone, mentally list 3 things you're grateful for. You might place your hand on your heart and feel genuine appreciation for these blessings. This practice literally changes your brain chemistry first thing in the morning, making you more resilient to stress throughout the day. Create gratitude triggers throughout your day. Perhaps each time you drink water, you pause to feel grateful for clean water. Each time you eat, you take a moment to appreciate the food and all the beings who made it possible. Each time you see your reflection, you thank your body for all it does for you. These micro practices keep gratitude woven into your daily life rather than making it an isolated practice. Share gratitude with others. Tell people specifically what you appreciate about them. Write thank you notes. Express appreciation to service workers, family members, friends. This outward expression of gratitude amplifies its effects both for you and for the recipients. It creates positive social connections that further support health and healing. Gratitude that's expressed and shared multiplies its healing power. Transforming your relationship with health. One of the most powerful applications of gratitude is transforming how you relate to your body and health. Many people approach their bodies with criticism, judgment, and frustration, especially when dealing with illness or pain. This adversarial relationship creates additional stress that impedes healing. Gratitude offers a different way. Instead of focusing on what's wrong with your body, practice appreciating what's working. Even in the midst of illness, your heart continues beating. Your lungs continue breathing. Your body continues trying to heal. Your immune system is working. Your cells are regenerating. Your body is doing countless things right every single moment. Acknowledging this creates a partnership with your body rather than a battle. Practice thanking your body for specific functions. Thank your eyes for sight, your legs for carrying you, your hands for their dexterity, your digestive system for processing nutrition. When you're experiencing pain or illness, thank your body for the warning signals it's sending. Thank it for its tireless efforts to heal and restore balance. This shift from criticism to appreciation creates measurable changes in healing outcomes. Develop gratitude for the healing process itself. Instead of resenting the time healing takes or the discomfort involved, appreciate that your body knows how to heal. Be grateful for each small improvement, each good day, each moment of reduced pain or increased energy. This grateful attention to positive changes actually amplifies them. What you appreciate appreciates. Finally, cultivate gratitude for the lessons illness or challenges have brought. This doesn't mean being glad you're sick, but rather recognizing how difficulties have taught you, strengthened you, or redirected your life in meaningful ways. This perspective transforms suffering into growth and creates a sense of meaning that dramatically improves health outcomes. When you can find gratitude even in difficulty, you've discovered one of healing's most powerful secrets. Habit 9. Compassionate service. Have you ever noticed how a simple act of kindness, like helping someone carry their groceries, listening to a friend in pain, or smiling at a stranger, can make you feel lighter, happier, and somehow more alive? This isn't just a coincidence. In Buddhism, compassion isn't something abstract or distant. It's a living, breathing force that has the power to heal both the giver and the receiver. Compassionate service is about awakening that healing force within you through seva, or selfless service. It's about understanding that the energy we give to others is never lost. It circles back, restoring balance to our mind, body, and spirit. Seva, selfless service as healing practice. In Sanskrit, seva means service without expectation. It's the art of giving from the heart, not for recognition, not for reward, but simply because helping others brings harmony to the soul. Buddhist monks often speak of seva as one of the highest forms of meditation. When your hands are engaged in acts of service, your heart becomes still. In today's world, where most of us are focused on achieving, accumulating, and advancing, seva invites us to do the opposite, to give freely, to act with compassion, and to dissolve the boundaries between me and you. When you serve others, you shift your awareness away from your own worries and pain. You begin to experience interconnectedness, the realization that the same life energy flowing through you also flows through everyone else. This perspective alone can dissolve stress, anxiety, and emotional blockages that weigh down the body's natural healing flow. Think about it this way. When you heal another person's suffering, you are also healing a part of yourself. How helping others heals yourself. Science is now confirming what ancient Buddhist masters understood thousands of years ago, that helping others triggers profound healing within. Studies show that acts of kindness release oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, hormones that not only make us feel happy but also strengthen the immune system, reduce inflammation, and improve heart health. But beyond biology, there's something even deeper happening. When you help someone in need, your energy field changes. You shift from a vibration of fear and isolation to one of love and unity. This energetic transformation has ripple effects throughout your body and mind. Compassion literally opens the heart. It melts away emotional armor and dissolves negative emotions like anger, resentment, and self-pity, emotions that often manifest as physical illness over time. When you practice compassion, your heart chakra expands, your breath deepens, and your body relaxes into a healing state of balance. Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "The moment you know how to take care of one person, you know how to take care of the whole world." Helping others is not separate from healing yourself. It is healing yourself. The biochemistry of compassion. Let's take a moment to understand what's happening in your body when you engage in compassionate service. When you act with kindness, your brain releases oxytocin, often called the love hormone. Oxytocin reduces blood pressure, slows heart rate, and counteracts the harmful effects of cortisol, the stress hormone. This shift from stress to calm allows your parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural healing mode, to activate. At the same time, your body releases serotonin, the neurotransmitter that promotes feelings of contentment and well-being. Endorphins, your body's natural painkillers, are also released, reducing discomfort and boosting mood. So when you give from the heart, you're not just helping someone else, you're creating a powerful biochemical environment for your own healing. It's nature's beautiful feedback loop. The more love you give, the more healing energy your body generates. That's why Buddhist healers often say, the medicine of compassion is the purest medicine of all. Finding your path of service. Now you might be wondering, how can I practice compassionate service in my daily life? The truth is, seva doesn't require grand gestures or public recognition. You don't have to travel to a monastery or volunteer in distant lands. Your path of service is wherever you are right now. It might begin with your family, offering a listening ear, showing patience, or forgiving an old hurt. It could extend to your workplace, supporting a colleague, mentoring someone, or simply bringing positive energy into your environment. Ask yourself, what gifts do I have that can bring light to others? Maybe you're good at cooking, teaching, creating art, or just making people smile. When you use your natural gifts in service of others, you align with your true purpose. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that service is not about sacrifice, it's about synergy. When your intention is pure, the energy you give returns multiplied. You don't lose energy by serving, you expand it. Find one small way to serve each day, and you'll notice how your perspective shifts. Your problems feel smaller, your energy feels lighter, and your heart feels full. Small acts of kindness as daily medicine. Sometimes we underestimate the power of simple kindness, but in truth, the smallest act can have the biggest healing impact. A smile, a kind word, letting someone go ahead of you in line, checking in on a neighbor, sharing your meal, listening without interrupting. Each of these small gestures releases healing energy into the world, and that energy doesn't disappear, it comes back to you. Kindness creates resonance. It softens your nervous system, opens your heart, and invites peace into your body. In Buddhism, this is called metta, loving kindness. When you cultivate metta in your thoughts, words, and actions, you are constantly feeding your inner healer. Imagine if every day you made compassion your daily medicine, just one act of kindness done mindfully, without expecting anything in return. Over time, these moments accumulate into a powerful wave of healing energy that transforms not just your health, but your entire outlook on life. The healing circle of compassion. When you live with compassion, your life becomes part of a healing circle. You give, you receive, and you grow. The energy of service nourishes both the giver and the receiver. It connects you to something much larger than yourself, the great web of life. This is the essence of Buddhist healing, realizing that we are all connected. Your well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others. When you uplift someone else, you lift yourself. When you ease another's pain, you reduce your own. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, lost, or unwell, ask yourself, who can I help today? Even a single act of service can reignite your inner light and set powerful healing processes in motion. Compassionate service is not just about doing good, it's about being good, aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the vibration of love. Your body responds to love. Your cells listen. Your mind relaxes and your spirit inspires. As you walk this path of healing, remember that every act of compassion, no matter how small, is a step toward wholeness. You are not just healing your own body, you're contributing to the healing of the entire world. So today, let compassion be your medicine. Serve with an open heart and watch as the energy you give returns as strength, peace, and radiant health. Because in the end, the greatest healer is love itself. Creating your healing routine. Now that you've discovered the 9 transformative healing habits, it's time to bring them to life. Knowledge is powerful, but true healing begins when wisdom becomes practice. In this final section, we'll explore how to design a daily routine that aligns your body, mind, and spirit with the rhythm of natural healing. How to start the 30-day transformation plan. Change doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds gently like a lotus opening to the morning sun. Begin with a simple commitment. The next 30 days are dedicated to your healing. Don't aim for perfection, aim for presence. Each day, focus on integrating just 1 or 2 habits. Gradually layer the others as you feel ready. Remember, consistency is more powerful than intensity. Healing is not a race. It's a relationship you build with your own body and soul. Create a peaceful space where you can practice, perhaps a quiet corner of your home, a small altar, or even your favorite spot in nature. Let this be your sanctuary of renewal, where every breath and intention brings you closer to wholeness. Morning routine. Mornings are sacred. They set the tone for your entire day. Begin with mindful breathing. As you awaken, take slow, conscious breaths, feeling gratitude for the life flowing through you. Next, before reaching for your phone or rushing into the day, spend a few moments in silence and solitude. Allow your mind to settle, your thoughts to clear. Follow this with movement meditation, gentle yoga, stretching, or even a mindful walk. Let your body awaken with awareness. Then nourish yourself with conscious eating. Choose foods that are alive, colorful, and healing: fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Eat slowly with appreciation. Before stepping into your day, set an intention of compassionate service. Perhaps a simple thought like, "Today, may my actions bring peace to others." Carry that vibration into your work, relationships, and everything you do. Finally, as you head out, take a moment for connection with nature. Feel the air. Notice the sunlight. Listen to the sounds around you. Even a brief moment of awareness reconnects you to the flow of life. Evening routine. As the day winds down, transition gently from doing to being. Begin by releasing mental clutter, letting go of mental toxins through journaling, mindful breathing, or meditation. Forgive the day, forgive yourself, and let peace take its place. Before bed, reflect on gratitude and contentment. Recall 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small. Gratitude rewires the brain for healing and calm. End your day with sleep as sacred restoration. Treat rest not as an afterthought but as an essential healing ritual. Keep your room dark, cool, and peaceful. Let your final thought before sleep be love for yourself and for all beings. Common obstacles and solutions. You might face challenges, busy schedules, distractions, old habits creeping in. That's okay. Healing isn't about never falling, it's about always returning. If you miss a day, don't feel guilt, just begin again. If your mind resists, remind yourself this is not a chore, it's a blessing. You're not adding tasks, you're reclaiming balance. Start small. One mindful breath, one act of kindness, one moment of stillness. That's all it takes to stay aligned with your healing path. Tracking your progress. Keep a simple healing journal. Each night, write down what you practiced, how you felt, and any small changes you noticed. Better sleep, calmer thoughts, more energy, a sense of peace. Over time, you'll see how these gentle practices weave together into profound transformation. Remember, healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you truly are, whole, aware, and at peace. Your 30-day journey begins now, with mindful breathing, conscious eating, movement, stillness, gratitude, compassion, and rest. You are awakening the healer within. Every sunrise becomes a chance to renew, every sunset a moment to release. So breathe deeply, live kindly, and let your healing unfold. Scientific validation. Ancient wisdom often feels mystical, but what's truly fascinating is how modern science now validates much of what Buddhist teachings have shared for centuries. Across the world, researchers are discovering that the body indeed has remarkable self-healing abilities when the mind, emotions, and lifestyle align in balance. Modern research supporting these ancient practices. Studies in neuroscience and psychoneuroimmunology reveal that practices like mindful breathing, meditation, gratitude, and compassion directly influence our biology. Meditation reduces stress hormones, strengthens immunity, and enhances brain function. Deep, mindful breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural healing mode. Gratitude rewires the brain for positivity, lowering inflammation and improving heart health. Even nature exposure is now scientifically linked to reduced blood pressure, better sleep, and emotional stability. In short, what ancient monks discovered through introspection, science now measures through data. The greatest truth you can carry from this journey is this: you are your own best healer. The wisdom you seek isn't found in pills or prescriptions alone, it's already within you. Your body is not your enemy, it is your greatest ally. Every heartbeat, every breath, every moment of awareness is proof of your body's desire to heal and live in balance. Buddhist teachings remind us that healing begins the moment we stop resisting the present moment. When you let go of fear, guilt, and attachment, your energy begins to flow freely again. Your mind quiets, your breath deepens, and your body responds with vitality and peace. Remember, no external cure is more powerful than the internal belief that you can heal. You are the medicine, and your awareness is the key that activates it. A beautiful Buddhist saying goes, "When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves." Healing at its deepest level is not just about the body, it's about returning to a state of inner purity, love, and connection. The Buddha taught that all healing begins with right understanding, the awareness that we are not separate from life, but part of a vast, interconnected whole. When you understand this truth, you begin to see that caring for yourself is also caring for the world. Every act of mindfulness, every breath of gratitude, every moment of compassion ripples outward, healing the collective energy of humanity. So as you move forward, let your practice be your prayer. Let your kindness be your medicine. and let your awareness guide you home to balance, to peace, to health. You don't have to change everything overnight. Healing begins with a single conscious step. Choose just one habit, maybe mindful breathing, gratitude, or connecting with nature, and practice it today, tomorrow. Repeat it. Let small daily actions become sacred rituals. Over time, you'll notice shifts: calmer mornings, deeper sleep, brighter energy, and a quiet joy that flows through your days. The power of transformation is not in complexity, it's in consistency. Healing is built one mindful moment at a time. At Wisdom Diaries, we believe healing is a shared journey. Your story matters because when you heal, you inspire others to heal too. If today's video touched you, share your reflections or healing experiences in the comments below. What habit resonated most with you? How are you beginning your self-healing journey? Your words might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Wisdom Diaries, your space for ancient wisdom, modern healing, and spiritual growth. Click the like button, turn on notifications, and become part of our growing community of seekers, healers, and mindful souls. As we close, remember this: your body is not broken, it's brilliant. Your mind is not the enemy, it's the bridge. And your heart, when opened with compassion, is the greatest healer of all. The journey from disease to ease begins with you. Right here, right now. Take a deep breath, smile with gratitude, and step forward on your path of healing, because the light you seek has always been within. This is Wisdom Diaries, wishing you peace, balance, and radiant health.